Good day everyone, welcome to this 21st episode of my project, which is called Random City Generation 2.0. In the 14th episode I showed you how I first made this process, but I made some changes, bug fixes, and now I would like to show you this new process in more detail, because in the 14th episode I didn't show you the whole process step by step. So in this video I show you how I get some nice cities like this, or this one, or this little cute one, or this one. There are of course multiple approaches, multiple great solutions, and I even thought about drawing, for example, 10 or 20 city shapes in a text file and then randomly load them into the game, because it would be almost the same result as writing a code which randomly draws a city. But I ended up staying at the code, so I do it completely with code. So after the terrain is finished, I place the factories to this grid, and of course there is a minimal distance between two factories. I just randomly search a place for them. And then, depending on the size of the map, I find a place for the cities. Again, there is a minimal distance between a city and a factory, and also a minimal distance between a city and another city. So when I find a suitable place for a city center, I create a four-way cross at that place. That's the first step. From this point, let's call this base point or downtown, I create some roads in positive and negative ways also on both axes, so X and Z. The number of road elements I place here is partly random, and I do it with the next formula. So it's just a constant number plus a random number. I do this process first for one axis and then for the other one. But as I move step by step from the start point to the end point, I place a house, a building on the left and on the right side also, with the following chance. So there is about 65% chance that there will be a house there. But this way there will be some random places where there will be no buildings. And if these places are not the first or last in a so-called district, then I create some road elements as sub-roads. I also limit the number of these sub-roads in a city to maximum 4 by the following method. When I set up a new district, I limit the sub-roads to 1, but as I said this 4 times, altogether the maximum sub-roads will be 4. In this example you see 3. 1, 2, and this is the third, which has a cross with the second one. And of course we can place some buildings next to these sub-roads also. But to have less buildings by sub-roads, I set a limited chance for this. At the end I set the middle, the base point, the downtown of the city to have some sidewalks also, and that way it looks nicer. And pretty much this is the whole process. But let's see a live demonstration from the game how this process looks. I think it looks nice. It's relatively easy and adjustable in the future, for example with multiple sub-roads or random length sub-roads, as now this is set to 3 tiles fixed. Of course, this whole process happens in an instant when we start a new game. I just slowed it down to make it more visible for this video. And of course the buildings always face whether the main road or the sub-roads, depending when they are created. And of course, the type of the building is also determined by a random number. So this is how I get these random little cities. I hope you like this little video. Feel free to check out my other videos. Also, if you like my channel, feel free to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. See you next time. Bye bye.